not know what we were going to open with this time.
Why was it so zoomed in for a second?
Because it does... There you go. It does one of these.
Oh, okay. For a second there, I was going to laugh if it just did not turn over. And it just, for some reason, just did the funky do.
Crypto.com. I don't remember downloading that.
You have so many, like, pages on your home screen. I literally just have condensed mine into two. 1 and 2.
Well,
one for
the
the
first
apps
one,
and one for the...
I put something on the first one as an excuse to look at my home screen image.
Yeah, that's fair.
The background, as they say.
The wall ground.
Wallpaper.
Yeah, wall ground.
Gotcha. Well, Mr. Wall Ground, I am the ceiling ground, so my ground is higher than yours. Prepare to die.
Wall ground and ceiling ground. What does that make this?
I think it's this thing called tangents. I'm Randy, by the way.
And, I'm Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
And for the sake of redundancy, this is tangents.
Of course it is.
For the sake of redundancy.
Well, now they know. What can I say?
So yeah, the bike building project is going well, huh? I mean, minus the
fact that I did not come here today on it.
I mean, it's fine.
Got a couple of things left to work out.
Yeah.
I mean, worst case scenario, I have a new part to replace the thing that I think is the problem.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like at some point you probably get tired of replacing parts and all, and you're just like, just work! Yeah. I forget, how far away is your work on bike?
Few miles.
And you've had to walk home some nights?
Yes.
Oh.
It's fine.
How long does it usually take you when you have to walk?
An hour or two.
Oh no.
You're but the same as walking here.
Oh my word, you're literally getting here at like the same time, like you're getting here at your home around the same time I'm waking up. Like you get off at like 5 a.m., right?
Yes.
Okay, on some mornings I happen to get up around the 7 o'clock avenue and you're just actively getting home then.
I'm just like, I have approached my home.
Aaron is awake! And you're just like, good for him. Keep getting notifications.
Oh, because of the D and Discord we're in.
No, actually it's because of the...
Well, that's what I just got.
It's part of the VTubing shark. Yeah. So tell me. Do you bleed?
I mean, if this cut on my hand is anything to go by, yes.
Interesting. And what makes you feel that way?
I think we all need blood to live, and whenever you cut us open, you generally find that it spills out.
Interesting. And you feel that way. Yes, you think that way. What makes you think that way?
I just am that way. I don't need to think about it too hard.
But where's this blood? I don't see any right here.
Here, I'll show you.
You cut off your own hand. Man. So how's it been? Interesting response.
Well, I mean, we went over this already. However, desk, glass.
Computer?
Desk.
No, I mean, like, has it been rebuilt yet, or is it still in pieces?
Oh, I have it back together. I just haven't picture yet.
Oh, you mean just plugged it in?
Picture. I haven't taken a picture.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying, like, you don't no picture yet, as in, like, you just haven't plugged it into your monitor. I can't be blamed for thinking that.
You cannot. However, I will blame you.
I expect no less, sir.
Good.
Still, though, we need something to talk about.
What did we come here for?
I don't know.
Fuck. That thing's recording, and it's only a mic. Oh, crap.
I mean, it's only been 5 minutes. Oh, boy. We need something to talk about. Oh, wait. Komi Can't Communicate anime. That's our ticket.
That's it.
I love the opening. Like,
Yes.
the more I listen to it, and, like, the full thing, you know, the thing that's not cut down for TV's sake, it's just, the song is just perfect. It has the vibes, and it is just, it's wonderful. I've seen the first and second episodes, and it's just...
Oh, by the way, the third was supposed to have come today, and we didn't see it yet.
That's okay. It'll come out soon, and that's all I need.
Oh, no, I'm saying we didn't see it. It's probably out. For us on the high seas.
Well, I mean, we can check that out later. We're currently in port. It makes no sense to ship out for one for one piece of treasure. But yeah.
This brings me back to when I was looking for Long Horizon on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
And we had to cut that entire part out.
Yeah, because you were just honed in on like trying to find it and just is taking forever.
No, well, fuck, that's half the podcast.
We went out to sea and found nothing. No treasure. No, not even the smallest farthing of a coin.
None.
No rewards for our journey. But yeah, tell me. Go on. Talk about it. That is weird. Don't do that. Just...
Oh, yeah, and tomorrow they're supposed to come out with the official English release, which is probably gonna fucking suck. And
I mean, it's not dubbed, so...
You're right. However, they've already started stealing some translation habits.
What do you mean?
Like dropping the san entirely, for example.
Ah, okay.
And it just hurts. A tiny bit.
Yeah. Because, you know... I don't know, it's weird, you know, you read the manga and everything, or, you know, you watch the high seas version of it, and, you know, you've got, like, Komi-san, or, you know...
Tadano-kun.
You know, you got these various, like, honorifics and everything that, like, form part of the experience, and then you turn around and... Komi?
Tadano?
And you're just like... Stop. It's literally just... Komi? Where's the honorific, sir? Tadano... Honorifics. Say it!
Nai. There ain't none.
I mean, it occurs to me though, we lose the honorifics and you and I just kind of become like Yamai Ren for a half second of, add the honorifics, boyo.
I love how it went. I failed to realize this, but when Yamai Ren went back to her nice demeanor, it was just like, so... Was there anything you came to talk to us about? And it's just like, no. Then why are you still here? Why are you trying to talk to me?
Then don't ever talk to me again. Don't do it. Walk away now and never have the audacity, the gall, to even look my way.
The fact that a piece of trash like you would talk about Komi-san is unforgivable.
And it's somehow she just gets really close to him and just whispers all of this in his ear, and Tadano's forced to reconsider his entire life. He's
just like, was it a good idea to get into this school?
I love that. I love how most people be like, oh no, making friends for Komi is going to be difficult. Tadano, I should have reconsidered the school itself.
Fuck.
Something that always makes me laugh, though, just on point of, like, concept, is the whole, like, in this school, personality is important. And the whole deal of Tadano has the cumulative personality of a brick, a sponge, and some drywall.
You know what it was? He went in there, you know, with this dark past equipment still on his person. And they're like, wow, that's a pretty interesting outlook on life. And he's like, yeah. Then he gets out of there and, oh no, what did I done?
No. I'd like to think that it's similar to Yamai Ren getting cleansed, as he just steps foot in the school. It has that, like, awakening moment where he's like, what have I been doing? And then he has to carry on with the interview regardless.
No. He gets out of the interview and he's like, wait a sec, what the fuck?
They're just like, you're in. See you when school starts. And he's just like, please no. Don't do it.
He just stares him in the eyes and says, I'm sorry.
Oh, man. I don't know. It's so good. Like, I just love the animation quality and everything. And something I found out is the studio, OLM, I think it is.
They also did Berserk, like the original one.
But the one that a recent one that I really liked is they helped produce Odd Taxi, which is one that I really liked.
Okay.
Like the animation wasn't like, we're not looking at like film quality, but like for what it was and for what it was aiming to achieve, it did it perfectly. And Komi-san is no different.
So the one thing I don't like is, first episode, right? Komi got up out of her seat, the writing her name down on the board scene. Yeah. And then all of a sudden everything shifts around when she becomes Chibi.
What do you mean?
Like she gets up and then there's like a disconnect between each movement.
Yeah, but I think that's just meant to show how awkward it is, how she's just like leaning into like doing stuff because she doesn't want people's eyes on her, but she knows they're following her, and she's just like, get this over with, and then temp runs up to the board. I just love to just like, grabs the chalk, the teacher.
No, it's because her scent gets moved by her wind over to her, and she's like,
oh, no. But and then I love how Komi writing on the chalkboard is just bang 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 bang.
Like
it's just like
it's like a move from Marshall Peak known as the strike of 10,000 swords.
I just love that she just lightning fire just writes her name with elegance, all in the time it took for like the book on the teacher's podium to fall down. Just
no, she threw it up. She said,
good content. I love it.
It's so good. I just hope that our animation quality doesn't fall off after the first season.
Yeah, I just hope the first season is long. It's like, give me 20 episodes and I will be happy.
Dude, I wouldn't be mad if they covered the entire thing in like 80 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually a really... Cutting out all the useless filler, that's probably a good amount. But cutting out the filler that was needed for understandings? Unforgivable.
I mean, as long as you keep all the, like, chapters where she is actively making friends and everything and, like, translate, move that into the anime, that's all that really matters.
Uh-huh.
Because, she's...
But I feel like every single chapter is part of the making friends process.
Well, I mean, there's some chapters like the one that released today. Did you see it?
Crap.
It's with the person that was with your... That had your profile picture for, like... Or that you had as your profile.
Oh, that one.
I think it was. And, it was just purely...
The super tall one?
Yeah, it was just focused on, like, her for the entire chapter, essentially. And ones like that, while nice and everything, it's like, okay, you probably could have, like, shown us a bit more the what we've all come here for type deal.
Right.
It's like
hold on, what is this intermission about? What about the class where no one made any friends?
Yeah, I love that as a premise for the third year. However, I'm hoping
they're all in the same boat.
Oh, fuck. I'm really hoping though that like third year is like maybe a bit quicker. Maybe make the whole process just a bit easier because they're all like they are all just straight up failed to make friends.
And also the fact that Komi is mostly over the hill.
Mm-hmm. She's doing it. She's just she's doing it.
Rather than walking forward and writing it again, she's like, my name is... And
the only issue... we gotta be careful with manga stuff because Scott is watching the anime. I mean, of course, there's some things that I feel like you could probably go, yeah, okay, this is probably gonna happen. But at the same time, you don't want to spoil too much of it.
Mm-hmm.
It is the... Komi-san is the One Piece of romance.
It's over 350 chapters. Over 2 developments.
Literally 2 whole years. It's good content, though. I like reading.
Hey, man, 1 development each. She started making friends, and then she got what she really wanted.
the best development. I wonder what this next one will bring.
maybe she stops feigning. Maybe she stops denying the title of school Madonna and is just like, yeah, that's me, bitch.
Nah, that would require a personality change, and I just don't see that in the cards for our dear Komi. Who,
I don't mean, like, using it or anything like that. It's just like, yeah, they all love me.
They love me. I keep hiccuping. This is miserable.
Well, I know of a yellow-haired detective who has gotten used to the pain already.
I don't want these to go on for that long.
Wait, is it yellow or just blonde?
You're asking me.
Wrong hair. I'm talking about the detective here.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about that.
You're just like, hey, you're asking me.
It looks blonde to me, but then again, I'm colorblind, so it could just be a really nice shade of yellow. But what is blonde but the poor man's yellow?
Blood is just light brown.
The poor man's yellow, exactly.
It's just like baby shit.
What the heck? I mean, you're probably right, but...
Light brown, folks.
My word. Something that I always find funny is I followed the mangaka for Komi Can't Communicate on Twitter. And it's fun translating his posts about, like, the Komi-san anime or the manga or whatever, because, it's kanji. It's got different readings. And so it calls, instead of Komi-san, it's Mr. Furumi.
What?
Because her name is broken up into two kanji. And the first one is, obviously it's ko. And the second is mi. Mi is in, like, I think it's like the same me as in, like, to see, so combined, you have Furumi. Alternate readings of kanji are a pain.
Furumi?
Mr. Furumi to you. And I think, like, if you toss the whole thing in wholesale, it just gives you, like, Mr. Furumi has communism. And it's just like...
He's infected with communism. He thinks sharing is caring. What a fool.
I have to say, though, I love the moment in episode 1 where he's, like, working out, like, how best to describe the situation with Komi. And, like, you can see him, like, draw it all out, write it out, trying to figure out the best way to phrase it until finally he comes upon, like, the phrase that we all... That one iconic moment of just... Komi-san has a communication disorder. And it's just...
You're bad at speaking to people, aren't you?
I just love how bold he is with that. He just wakes up
and then immediately his brain's going, wait, why the fuck did I say that? Who am I? What's going on? As it turns out, he is really, really good at reading the room.
The lead up to that is perfect, though, because it just barely opening his eyes. I don't like that I can't speak to them. Nya. Gotta go to the gym! And just... You see, I saw nothing. Oh, sorry about that.
And then she just stares at him like, what?
No, she doesn't stare at him. She just, like, okay, gets up, turns. Adios!
And then Donna's just like, wait, what did I just say?
I just love that, like, she knocks over all the desks and everything, and then there is just this neat little segment afterwards where they are cleaning up the desks. I'm just thinking, like, dang, Komi has to be strong to, like, knock over so many desks and still keep going.
I mean, why do you think she was able to keep up with damn it, what was her name? The one second year who was like, nice heat!
Oh, yeah, I don't remember her name, but I do remember who you're talking about, like, nice heat, 125 degrees.
1,000,000 degrees.
Hotter than the sun. Good content. I like it. But yeah,
No, I like how she just looks straight at Tadano. Ah, dude, you're kind of cold. 20 C.
Or I think... No, I don't think she said, like, cold. I just think she gave him, like, an average temperature.
Oh.
Really average, like, whatever it is. I think that was the case, at least. I just like that she just points at people and just... temperature.
45 degrees, dude.
Celsius. Man.
Of course, that's an estimate because 98.6 is somewhere around half of 212. And 100 is 212.
Yeah. Episode 3 of Komi Can't Communicate, when it comes out, will be it'll be an interesting moment to see if I'm actually able to live with the Najimi voice actress. Because it's like, it's not bad, like it's well performed, but at the same time it just feels jarring, I guess you could say.
I'm perfectly fine with it because, okay, there's this Chinese singer who, if you're not paying attention, you're like, oh, okay, that's a woman. And then all of a sudden, the man just dips down and it's like, wait a sec, what the fuck? Because his voice never matured.
Mm-hmm.
And it ended up being a really, like he still sounds like he's 10.
Ah, okay, that must make phone calls difficult.
And it also made his school life difficult, but then they could only watch as he soared to the top of the world in the singing career path. Because, that kind of singing voice is something a lot of people scouted. Yeah. Namely MiHoYo.
Nice. Do you think Americans will ever truly adopt the metric system?
No. I think that we're stuck using it for bullets.
Okay, so how long is this then? That's a foot. Okay, and so in roads you tell how fast you're going by miles per hour. Okay.
How many feet are in a mile?
5,280.
What the fuck?
I just love that. I forget.
Okay. Do you have anything that's easier to remember? I think like yards are just fine. It's 3 feet, so it's more like 1,420 or something like that.
It's just, and then it's like, okay, and then how about bullets then? What do you use there? Like, you can't use feet or bullets or pounds.
No, we use a 5.56 millimeters for our most common rifle round.
And they're just like, you what?
You heard me.
I like the idea, though, that even if there was legislation passed that said, we're switching, boys, they would have to change literally all the road signs.
Yeah.
And they would have to, like, they would have to teach it in school as the primary way of, like...
Yeah, that'd be really difficult for a kid to come home, like, hey, Dad, how many meters is 30 feet?
And the father's just like, son, we don't talk about that here. Not in this house.
Not in this house. And now eventually, because all the other parents are totally fine with it, your kid is the weird one. Never makes any friends because they like using feet instead of meters.
One of them's a bit too into using feet, but that's beside the point.
Feet?
Yeah, he's really hardcore American. It's kind of disconcerting.
No, it's fine, because a yard is most likely a meter.
Yeah, it's close enough, I think. I mean, of course...
Once you get up to, like, 50, you're, like, half a meter off or whatever, but...
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all of our lives would be easier if, we had that good old-fashioned metric system universal, but, there isn't much we can do about it. I mean, again, plus people would just very much so, like, anyone that is not currently enrolled in school would go, this is stupid, I'm not doing it. And proceed to speed in the school zone.
Oh, that says 50, right?
And here we go. I love that tactic in cartoons to where, like, to show they're really booking it as they push the entire pedal through the floor. Foot included, just boom!
Oh, though I like it whenever the car just has to wind up before it peels out.
Oh yeah, those are good as well.
or like, the feet will be running and their head will still be there.
Oh yeah, I love the tried and true gag of like running away in a cloud of, like an image of them like in a cloud of smoke is left behind and then the smoke clears and they're still there. Just
Still peeling out.
no, I mean they're just standing there, just kind of shocked like, huh. That didn't work. Can you imagine though? It does.
Oh my god.
You run so fast there is a literal cloud of smoke in your as an after image.
The super peel out from Sonic CD.
Maybe. Oh yeah, speaking of older games that have an S in them, I played and beat Super Metroid for the SNES.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually really liked it. Something that really struck me, and that really struck me like after the fact, was that despite it coming out like in the 1990s, I think it was, and coming out on the SNES, it feels oddly modern. Like with the way that it controls and everything. Of course, there's still a fair amount of like boss related jank and like there's enough jank in it to where I think for a half second this could have come out today, and then the jank kicks in and I'm like, no, it couldn't have. No developer worth their salt would literally put this out here.
Except for Bethesda.
Well, yeah, but that's their shtick at this point. Like, they released Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76, both in just abysmal states, and then said, don't worry, we'll fix it. We're going to finish our game over the next couple of years. It's fine, right?
That sounds a whole lot like CD Projekt Red.
I hate that is becoming more and more common of, we're going to release the game on this date, and we will finish the game on this date. Shouldn't you just release it on that date? No, what are you, stupid?
You wanted this now, right?
Some people really do, and I'm just like, listen, it's like...
What?
Okay. It's like, Silksong. I love that game, or I know I will love that game. I am ready to have that game. However, if I would not accept it if Team Cherry gave it to me, and then said, guess what? We're going to be finishing it over the next couple of months. Hope you don't mind. Or,
I do mind, you piece of shit.
Or like Elden Ring. It actually got delayed like a month, which it hurts. However, if it's in the interest of making it a better and, most importantly, good old folks out there, making it a complete game at launch, then I'll take it.
Oh, you know what was funny? I was playing Ford Racist 3 for the PS2.
Ford Racists?
Oh, I was emulating it, and it was Ford Racing 3.
Oh, okay.
And okay, so I boot it up, I start up a match, and then I have bars everywhere. Want to know what the solution was?
What?
Changing to OpenGL.
Pain. I mean, it's good that it was fixed, but...
I'm using an NVIDIA card. Direct 3D is faster.
Yeah, but... sometimes you just gotta eat the difference. But, recently, yesterday I think it was, I got to download my first Game Boy Advance emulator. Because
nice.
I wanted to, because what I'm doing is I'm playing most of the Metroid games, and then I'm going to get Dread at the end of it because it released here recently, like a couple days ago or so. Maybe it was over 10, maybe 20. I don't know. Beginning of October. That's all that matters. But I'm playing Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion. Fusion is what I'm currently on. Then I'm going to play Zero Mission, which is a remake of the first game. Then I'm going to dream about what the second game was probably like. And then I'm going to play Dread. Because Super Metroid is the third one, which I didn't know until I'd already booted it up. And I was like, well, the other ones look like 1 and 2. You know how, like, I mentioned Super Metroid could be... It feels oddly modern, despite its jank.
Right.
1 and 2, they were firmly in their years. Like, in Super Metroid, you can break blocks and everything like that to reveal secrets. As I understand it, or, the terrain changes to make it to where it's like, you found a prize! As I understand it, like, at the very least, like, Metroid 2, it just doesn't do that. It came out for, like, the Game Boy. It is monochrome.
Oh.
You have 2 tones. Pick. Essentially. I don't know. They might have done something else, but at the same time, I'm fine not experiencing it. I know they had, like... Samus Returns, they released that for the 3DS, but it's like, I'm not hunting down a 3DS. Like, I'm going to look up, figure out a synopsis of what happens, and then I'm going to go on my merry little way. But yeah, it goes Super Metroid Fusion, Zero Mission, which is a remake of 1, and then I'll play Dread, and figure out what all the hubbub is about.
The Samus Returns.
I'm not too gung-ho to replay, or to play Zero Mission, because if it's like a complete remake, like if it's like a closer to like a 1-to-1 remake of the first game, as I understand it, Super Metroid is just kind of the first game, but you know, just genuinely better. And I'm just like, I don't want to replay the same game for the 3rd time in a row, or like the 2nd time, and everything in just a different skin. You know, that's no fun.
Me doing 2 runs of Undertale. I don't want to play 2 games. I don't want to play the same game twice.
Running around in a circle, just, man, this is awful. Ooh, another person to koroshite.
Just 1 strike kill. I hate how you face Metaton EX and it's just like a mob.
Yeah, but I like the genocide route because, you know, you just one-shot most of the bosses, and it's very much so just kind of this thing of just, after a while, it's just, it loses, it becomes a numb thrill. You're just doing this to, like, get to the ending, not because there is some inherent enrichment to be found in committing genocide here. Which is, you know, it's neat, you know, it says something. Not something great, but, you know, it says something.
Here, in the trousers.
Why did you have to pull that out?
Because it was bothering me.
I see. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Metroid Funky Doo. Metroid Fusion. Metroid Fusion is neat, but it is like... Super Metroid is the entire speedometer, and it lets you use the entire speedometer, and Metroid Fusion says, guys, keep it within the road limits. You are not like, you don't have your hand held, you have a collar on your neck, essentially.
Oh, that's horrible.
Like, I'm over exaggerating a bit, but like it compared to like Super Metroid, where it's literally like, hey, this is what happened like last game, just so you know. You know, if you're into that, like Super Metroid, it could care less if you know what the story is. It says, here is world, walk, shoot, do as you please, if you will.
Murder.
Like, I didn't even know there were like 4 main bosses in the game. I just explored until I found this like creepy statue in like one of the starting areas. And yeah, the eyes just blew up occasionally after I beat one. I literally just spent my time exploring the game and seeing where I could go. Like, it is that open-ended, you know. But Metroid Fusion is very much so just, this is what happened, and this is what happens next, and this is what happens next, and this is what happens next. You're going to go over here now, and then we're going to go over here now. Like, and I'm just sitting here, I'm just like...
Why not later? I said now.
At one point, like, it goes from, is your objective... Like, you have a computer telling you what to do and everything. Bog standard stuff. You know how it is. And then at one point, it literally just goes, go there, now.
Oh my god.
And I don't know. I just have an issue with how much, you know, you're constantly coming back to this AI and everything, and having to, like, you know, like, go, like, babe, it's 4 p.m., time for your next debriefing, run to this navigation room, you stupid son of a... You know.
Babe, it's 4 p.m., time for the bot to yell at you.
And, you know, it's like, you know, it's good. I'm enjoying it. It is primarily that gameplay from Super Metroid, but in some cases refined. I like the sound design more. You know, you're running on more metal floors and stuff, since I think this is supposed to be like a space station and everything. Or an asteroid, something like that. It's an artificial environment, and your steps make this really interesting, like, somewhere mix between, like, a metal clang and, like, a plastic, like, clunk. And it's real. I just like the sound design, you know. And you can grab ledges in this boyo. I love that.
Oh shit!
Like I give it points because like it has that like bit of advanced movement, you know. However, it kneecaps me and just hurts me because in Super Metroid you could just like if you use this somewhat stupid wall jump, you could do it up the same wall infinitely. You just had to keep getting the timings. But in Metroid Fusion, it is like you wall jump, but I decide where. Because it was released for the Game Boy Advance, and the Game Boy Advance has like two buttons, two shoulders, and a joystick. Please make your choice.
Not even. It has a D-pad.
Yeah, and I mean, in that context, I think it's fine. And in fact, it gave way to a change that I didn't know that I wanted. So like in Super Metroid, okay, I don't have my controller, but you essentially use like the select button to toggle through your like various stuff, like your missiles, your super missiles, your
other missiles,
your power bombs and everything. All of your various equipment. You use all of them, and you use select. Then if you want to cancel it, like if you're like 4 down, you can hit like Y and it'll toggle back to your standard blaster, and then you have to do it all over again. But Metroid Fusion just makes it simpler because you just have to hold the right bumper, and suddenly you can use missiles with the same button that you're firing with. And I'm just like, that's so much easier. And it's the same thing with bombs to power bombs. It's literally just hold it like. I guess to put it this way, I like how it makes it to where it's a modifier instead of a physical toggle, because like I don't know if it has quite as many like options in tools as Super Metroid does, but like if it does, then like this will make me happy.
Considering we're...
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah, there she is. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna let it ring.
Yeah, okay, keep talking. Wait. It's not... Hold on a second. Let me make sure it's not, like... Okay, I don't think I hear, like... It's not ringing, so, like, it's not going to cover up our audio. You can keep talking.
Yep. Damn, I forgot. I'm just imagining, because we're talking about playing Super Metroid on an emulator, and you just hear Nintendo breathing down your neck. What was that?
Do you have the original copy of the game and console, which costs around a couple $100 nowadays? I mean, okay, I could, like, shill out the $20 for Nintendo Switch Online, which gives me exclusive access to the NES and SNES family of systems, soon to be the Nintendo 64, which jacked up the price from a cool $20 to $50. Ah! And that increase, it gives you both 9 and 64 games and a couple of Sega Genesis games. And I'm hurting because $30 for that. $30.
Yeah, no wonder why we're pirates. Holy shit.
See, what I think would be best if Nintendo did is if they just straight up made it modular. Like, there is a base asking price for online. Like, okay, it sucks that you have to pay to connect with people or whatever, but say, for instance, that is non-negotiable. Make it like $5 a month, because, let's be honest here, it's the online netcode is so bad that they're spending like $5 on it. We can at least meet them halfway.
Yeah.
And then for like, if say for instance 1 month you're just like, man, I really want to play some NES games. Shill out the
an extra 15.
Well, no. It's like not even, since it's just the NES console. Pay like an extra $3 that month, and boom, you've got the NES. $3 more for the SNES. $3 more, so on. But and to where like it's just for that month, or you can like toggle them on and off, to where you're not like sitting there paying $50 for 9 games, but with more to come. It's like, I don't care. Again, this is the sort of thing that compels a fella to pirate.
This is what drove me to the high seas.
It's just funny because, like...
It's just like Funimation buying Crunchyroll.
I mean, so far, Crunchyroll hasn't had any, like, oh gosh, it's Funimation type moments to where I'm like, I see it's like disgusting slime oozing out of the panels or anything, like I'm in a horror movie and it's come for my wallet and my sanity.
Oh my god. It's come for your bones, too.
It's come to slurp them out of me. But yeah.
It's come.
Oh yeah, speaking of piracy and having your bones taken, you know Kotaku?
Kotaku?
Yeah, Kotaku. You have to have heard of them. Man, she's not calling back. Like, Kotaku. These buckos.
Oh.
No kidding. Where is it? Oh, okay. So, they put out, like, something on how... Okay, so apparently the emulation scene for Nintendo Switch is just really good right now. Like, day one, people were able to put, you know, like, you have to have a copy of the game and everything, but, like, they were able to run Metroid Dread in 4K on their computers using emulation. And as it is legally proven, if you have the physical game and you were just using an emulator to just play it on your computer, that is legal. Like, I forget what the lawsuit is, but that is legal. So, I got off on a bit of a tangent there, but in the article, they're just like, they call out, and they're just like, so any, like, pirators, and like, they literally call, you know, basically encourage piracy. And it
No.
just...
Yeah, me too.
No. Well, I understand it for, like, Nintendo doing stupid stuff with, like, the NES and the SNES where, like, if you walk into somewhere like Game Over, they're just going to go like, I'll give you like a nickel or vice versa for it. Like, you know, you walk up and hand them an NES, and you know, you're just like, can I buy this? And they're just like, dude, I'd rather you just try to rob me. That game is literally like taking, like, we've all been there. We've been to the older shops, you know, and everything, and they just have NES games just collecting dust. Nobody is sitting here like, I've got to get it! You know, that type deal. So Nintendo, like, making me pay, like, $50 to have access to all that jazz.
It's not worth it either way.
Yeah, like, so older games that really don't have that, you know, that companies are trying to make have that value. I feel like that's a lot more okay, but, like, Metroid Dread came out, like, this year. Like, I'd say maybe games in, like, the past generation, I'm like, okay, yeah, we can talk about that. So, like, I know technically the last generation is PS4, Xbox One, but there aren't really any emulators for it, so I'm going to talk about the PS3. Because,
Yeah.
like, I'm not hunting down and getting a PS3 and, you know, and Demon Souls strictly so I can play Demon Souls once, and then I'm going to have another console that's just kind of sitting there on my shelf. That's just stupid. Why would I do that?
The worst part is I have 2 PS3s.
You just come here one day with one in your back pocket. Boy!
No, it's in the front. I proudly displayed that shit.
It reminds me of this picture or this meme I saw. I think my little brother might have sent it to me, but it's this dude. He has this just ginormous pocket and he put a PS4 in there.
Oh, yeah! I've seen that one.
I just
Bro brought the PS4 to school.
I just love that like pocket wraps like all the way around like the side. It is like, why?
Left me. My wife has. Game. I must.
Man.
My god.
So tell me, what have you been emulating here lately?
I mean, besides Ford Races 3,
Yeah.
not much. I've just been playing Assetto Corsa, a game that I actually paid for.
Nice. Oh yeah, we never got that like rats game.
Oh yeah! I have no excuse for that besides the sawdust on my floor.
Have you not cleaned up the sawdust?
Nope,
Why?
because I just forgot to.
It doesn't take long. Just take a vacuum to that bad boy. Then shaboom. Clean. Vacuum the rest of the floor while you at it.
It's a tile floor.
Vacuum the rest of it while you at it. Do you think just dirt is impervious to, or that tiles are impervious to the corruption of dirt?
No,
Oh, man, it's called grout.
It's the other way around. They're impervious to the cleansing of vacuum.
Nah, but like stuff sitting on top of it, it's fine. Like that's fair game, man. You know.
but whenever dirt sits on top of tile, it becomes impervious to vacuum.
No, just kick it with your foot a little bit.
I have to break out the broom and dust pane.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
That literally...
They're each specialty tools. I can't use a broom and dustpan on carpet.
Just lightly go over the floor with like a broom and then come back through with the vacuum. Use the broom to break it up and then the vacuum to make your life easier.
No, just being on top of it makes it impervious. It's not a matter of being locked into the
Do you
tile.
think like the addition of the dustpan is like the saving grace here?
No! I'm
Like,
just
what
saying
if, like-
that a vacuum cannot be used on tile surfaces.
Yes, it can. I've done it before. That floor's clean. Sure, of course, there's stuff that, like, you obviously need, like, a Swiffer or something like that. Like, stains, Stains are obviously going to stay. But I'm talking about, like, dirt and stuff. Like, come on, man. You go at that with a vacuum.
Can't believe I got you to say that much about vacuuming my tile floor.
I'm not vacuuming your tile floor, and apparently neither are you.
Of course not.
No, I mean, it's just, it's just the funky dew. It's just trying to... that's just not how it works.
It's not how any of this works.
It really isn't.
Uh,
Don't get weird on the podcast.
I'm sorry, I already did.
You just yawn and it just sounds like you were being pleasured. No, don't do that. It occurs to me, tomorrow, in my art class, I have no idea what I'm going to do. Because, for the past, we've been working on, like, a project and everything, because, at college art class, it a big part of my grade, even though I'm going to kind of be out of there after the next semester, but that's beside the point. Whatchamacallit?
Yes.
We've been working on video project and everything, and I finished on Tuesday, and I don't see a reason for me to come in tomorrow. Because, I don't know what I'm going to do. Am I just going to walk in, sit down, turn on my computer, cuss out Apple, and then my computer will let me log in, and then sit there as I look this man dead in the eyes and say, I finished Tuesday. Okay, Aaron, you can go home. Okay. And then I make my mom or whoever, or no, I'm going with
With Scoped.
Yeah, Scott's taking me, so
Scoot.
we are going to have enough time to find a parking spot, walk up there. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to walk down pitifully to him and say, I'm done. I'm hoping maybe there's a little bit more. Scott won't see this for a while, so I can, reasonably just maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll put some games on my computer and just play those for just a little bit to pad out the time and make it seem less awkward for him. I mean, I'm probably just going to prime him, though, and say, hey, I'm probably not going to be here a while today. Fair warning. Because it's, usually, the time slot is, a 3-hour class. And some days I'm just not there for even, 1.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I got on a big old tangent on, art class and just not doing anything.
Wait, how did we get to art from Metroid?
Well, you see, it's because Metroid is art. You see, video games themselves are art. They're art.
They're mass collaborative art forms.
The funniest part about that whole deal, and that always makes me laugh, is when people are like, video games aren't art. It's like, graphics are art. Yes, that makes sense.
Music is art.
Yes, that makes sense. Creative animations are art. Yeah, that makes sense. Playing it is art. No, what are you on about? I think it's literally just that interactivity that throws some people.
It really is just an interactive art form.
Mm-hmm. I mean...
And even some video game music is interactive in itself. Like you swapping a weapon in Doom 2016, all of a sudden your music slightly changes. Oh shit, I'm about to blow some brains out, or oh shit, I'm about to get some snipes.
I forget what that's called though. There's a definite term for that.
That's adaptive music.
That's what it is. I love that. That is just, it's so cool. I think it's something the stuff in 2016 is so minute that essentially every time you play a room or go through a room, you get like a different version of the song, albeit slightly, and I love that. That is just so cool. It makes me sad that really isn't a thing for Eternal.
Although, it doesn't change if you use the same damn weapon each time.
That was actually me the first time I played 2016. I clutched onto that combat shotgun like my life depended on it, and it did in some cases.
I think sometimes I'd switch just for fun and die.
Doom Eternal, it's just like...
Switch or die.
But I prefer that. It's so nice.
Yeah, although I get the feeling that weapon switches done right, as in not the way I do them, will help you in 2016.
I mean, okay, so like, weapon switching is kind of in Doom 2016, but it's not like...
It's something you can do, not something you need.
It's not something that's really even, like, beneficial to pull off, if that makes sense, as I understand it. I watched a video on it a while ago, but, like, Doom Eternal, it is literally so, like, hardwired into it that, like, if you're switching between two weapons and you just hold the fire button, like super shotgun and, the ballista, it's going to fire on the first frame that it is able to. So long as you're just still holding that button. And that makes, like, quick switching, just do, and you're just holding one button. But for me, like, I primarily do precision bolt rocket launcher, and so I'm, like, galloping on the mic, or on the mouse, it just...
Oh my god.
It's probably beautiful to watch, I'd like to think.
I've seen you do it before, and it is kind of an art form in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's generally, I only weapon switch when I'm out of ammo.
Aw.
I mean, I'm not playing Nightmare or anything like that, I don't desperately need to follow the game.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you don't gotta worry about running out of ammo if you just, like, combine, like, flamethrow, chainsaw every once in a while.
Yeah, it's just, I chainsawed. Oh shit. This is enough ammo to kill this next big guy.
Then save up enough of the little funky-doo containers and just chainsaw the big man. Like,
it's hard.
No, it isn't.
And sometimes the big guys aren't chainsawable because they take 4 instead of 3, and it doesn't give you more when you upgrade your ammo.
No, it always takes 3. Or, okay, there are some of them that are, like, I think they're, like...
They're boss monsters.
Or just... Yeah, because I know that, like... Doom Hunters, you can't chainsaw them. But what you can do is, if you blood punch their sleigh twice, it just straight up skips that step.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, okay, at some point in the game, have you gotten 2 double punch?
The dual blood punch?
It just gives you 2 charges for it.
Not yet.
It's not like, I'm not going to say, like, how you get it, because I don't really remember. Well, I think I do, but anyway. Point is you can do that, and it just literally lets you skip that part and just clown them. Like, no stupid shields, no nothing. You literally just punch, and then you're out in the open, big guy, and it's hunting season.
Hello. Would you like to get double pumped?
Well...
double pump? What do you mean? I mean this. Ching!
It's good stuff.
Oh, dude, it is so much fun getting a good kill on a demon.
What's even more fun is yeet hooking, though. Because, like, if you grapple onto an enemy using the super shotgun and, like, like, hold right or something like that, or hold, like, a direction as you're, like, going around it, like, so say, for instance, like, one of the cacodemons, you, like, grapple onto it and, like, hold right, it's going to throw you. You will feel yourself speeding up and you yeet yourself.
You end up getting thrown. It's beautiful.
I just love, like, the usage of yeet in video games. Like, purely on the side of fans. Like, there's one part of Celeste where, like, speedrunners are able to, like, throw themselves from, like, a couple... Like, they're able to throw themselves, like, 3 rooms over, and these rooms are, like, pretty big. And, like, I was watching, like, a Games Done Quick live stream of it, and this one person just says, here comes the yeet. And they do it, and just, the entire crowd just, yeet!
Oh, something that I remember distinctly is, normally, I'd kill you quickly, but my sword is out of ammo. What? He pulls out the Gatling gun
Nice.
and puts on the turret. And you just see that comic, it seems to imply that he is shooting that guy for the entirety of the clip. It's just an imp. He's just...
Man. The chain gun is like the only thing I don't really use in Doom Eternal. Like, I know it's helpful. I know it has its usage. It's just one of those things that when I was really playing, I was just like, I don't need this. I have combo. I'm like a man who is hungry and has found a fast food restaurant. I have combo.
But so you see, the thing is, I noticed that it's really good for whenever... It's kind of like the shitty version of the BFG. It's like, oh crap, that's too many enemies. And then you just activate the... What is it? What's that mode that lets you just have it...
It just has like a shield?
No, 3 of them.
Oh, it's like the mobile turret.
Yeah, the mobile turret. The mobile turret is probably my favorite mod.
That's fair. I mean, it's phone.
Mm-hmm. And it also lets me save up my shotgun ammo. So that's pretty important.
I don't know. I think the more you get into it, though, the more that you'll, like, really start to use those other weapons and everything and get into it.
I've used them all. It's just I can't.
I'm talking about, like, in tandem. I know you can. You got it.
Right. It's just my brain doesn't spread out far enough to be like, shotgun. What is it? Ballista. Precision bolt. Chain gun. I just can't.
That's fair. I mean...
Even thinking about the weapons, I'm not even in combat and I'm having trouble.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait, what's that one where you, Oh, yes, that's right. The plasma gun.
Yeah, the plasma rifle is actually pretty good. I like, so if you use the, like, microwave beam, even temporarily, like, just hold it on an enemy for a second, it'll show you their health bar, like, underneath it. There will be, like, a bar that shows up, and that's, like, how much you've cooked them. But also, it'll stun them for a little bit longer, so you can, like, start comboing them, or quick switching on them. And I know that some people, like, quick, like, mod swap and everything, but I'm just like, I can't do that.
It's a little too much cheap.
Like, I think I tried to dabble in it a little bit before I kind of, like, got a bit burned out. And I was just like, I'm not here for this.
I get the feeling that I've done that before. Because I only use 2 or 3 weapons per encounter. And so, what's the way to swap it up? It's just like, I think they're a little too far for the sticky bomb to get them. Ping!
Nice. I think something that always frustrated me while playing Doom Eternal, though, is sometimes the meat hook just doesn't reach.
Oh, yeah!
Like, I'm right beneath this dude, and it is, like, showing me... It does the thing where it, like, hones in on the enemy and everything, and I'm like... Click! Click! Help! And then I die, and I'm just like... This is totally fair. That's fair. That's fair! As I'm, like, breaking down. Oh, yeah. So, Sora in Smash.
Sorash?
Yeah, Sora days.
Sore ass.
Stop. Tell the folks at home what you thought of him and everything.
Right, so we just got done playing with Sora into Smash, broken.
That's all you have to say about it?
No, I'm just kidding. It's certainly an interesting character to play. I mean, I never even touched Kingdom Hearts, I'm gonna be real.
Neither did I.
We're just casually like, oh yeah, this character is pretty cool. And then we just think about how hard people chanted and clamored to get him instead of Doom Guy in. And it's just, wait, why?
Well, okay. He was actually, like, the #1 requested fighter when they put out a poll for, like, Smash 4.
Smash 4?
Yeah, when that was, like, the current Smash game. I think they did like a poll after the fact and were like, "What character do you want most in Smash?" And of course there was Goku, but no, I'm kidding. It was primarily like apparently in the presentation for Sora, they literally like Sakurai said, "Yeah, he was like our number one requested fighter." What I want to know though is like, what would have happened had they not
had they actually done like Doom Guy or another fucking Three Houses character.
I'm fine with any character as long as it isn't Crash Bandicoot. I don't know why. I just don't want him in there.
Fuck you, Crash.
I know, like, solid reasoning for this. I just don't like him. I just don't want to look at, like, that roster and go, like, yes, we've got Cloud, we've got Mario, we've got Joker, we've got...
Crash Bandicoot.
It's like... It's just...
I like how they have Sonic in there, and I've been recently getting back into the whole, like, 3D Sonic game. I still haven't picked up Sonic in Smash. I just can't. I don't know why.
I played Sonic in Smash, and it just kind of hurts me a little bit.
No, yeah, that's precisely what I'm talking about. I don't know why I can't get over that pain. Like I did with Joker's inability to deal a killing blow without standing still and making myself completely open. It's like I have to take off all my clothes before I can deal a killing blow. And I don't like that. I don't like being cold. But for some reason, I make him work anyway.
I mean, that you do. I still think, though, that, like, Sora could also be another character for you.
Yeah, maybe. If I could figure out how to avoid getting baited off the edge with that tracking move.
I mean, the only issue is you're going up against me, who is a master of baiting.
You're the bait master?
Yeah, the bait master.
Master bait, here we go!
Oh, no.
Shit. No, that's not what I meant.
You start panicking. Randy and Aaron get canceled.
Panic.mp3.
Randy is having an asthma attack.
I wish it were that simple.
Man.
VTubers struggling to breathe because of GAM is one of the best things ever.
What?
VTubers struggling to breathe because of GAM is the best thing ever.
Are you referring to that, like, Nintendo Ring Fit thing?
No. I'm referring to the teapot going...
Oh, yeah.
Just hyperventilating like a dog because of the game.
I forget if I've mentioned this clip. I swear I have. It's the one where she's, like, playing Resident Evil 7, and she sees a tea kettle, and she goes, oh, it's Grandma! And she starts, like, calling all the tea kettles in this, like, disgusting place, like, calling them her relative tea kettles, as there's, like, obviously, there's, like, a homicidal racist chasing her down, and she's calling out family members as tea kettles.
Oh my god, it's my uncle.
Uncle Tea Kettle?
Uncle Pot?
That's Uncle Weed to you. Get it?
No, it's Uncle Dank.
Uncle Dank.
Uncle Stinky.
Is that what you'll be when you're older? Uncle Dank?
No, I'll just be Uncle Stanky Panky.
Be Uncle Randy. Uncle Sleepy.
They won't call me. They won't call me Randy. They will just call me the Sleepy Man.
Something that keeps me up at night is the thought that, like, you don't choose your as a grandparent, you don't choose your name, your grandkids do. And I'm just kind of thinking, man, I hope my grandkids are smart.
And select Aaron of Tangents.
They just walk up and just, hey, Aaron of Tangents. Want to go play?
Good thing I invest in bone strength. Sure.
Oh, no.
Getting up from your chair is just an ordeal. Because rather than joint strength, you selected bone strength like a fool.
Nah, bone strength is all I need. I can stand the test of time.
Well, we'll see about that.
Listen, my bones will carry themselves. That's the idea, man. You gotta think bigger than that.
You just start floating. You don't even need joints. What's the point of the kneecap anyway?
I don't really know. Because, you injure it a bunch and it starts to get all bumpy. It just... So
I remembered something that I will bring up later anyway.
Alright then. It's not a good old-fashioned episode of the podcast unless Randy stretches and followed by a hearty scream.
It's not really a scream, it's just a... It's
groan?
Pretty much, yeah. Whenever I stretch, I use about the same amount of effort it takes to lift a box of French fries. So generally, I pick it up and I go...
Usually whenever I'm stretching in the morning, like, I'll bring my hands, like, all the way back, crane back, and then, like, I will, like... Or I'll do, like, my arms like this, and so when I let go, my arms just kind of, like, slam down, and I'm just like, man, if someone's ever behind me, I'm killing them. I just, like, effectively just shatter their ribs. Because that is, like, the most force I ever exert on pretty much any given day, is when I'm just swinging down. That actually hurt when I did like sharper bit, like that actually hurt.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
It only hurts after I swallow. I think it's because I use up a whole lot of the water in my throat to do that kind of thing.
Oh. Well, I mean, you're taking in air, and that tends to dry the palate out. Just... Randy and Aaron lose their minds from oxygen deprivation. In fact, are things getting fuzzy to you? Let's
No. I think we're fine.
Should we stand up and make sure?
Is that the femur folder 9000?
Oh yeah! Let's get it! Man, I'm sorry. I didn't think it would hurt that much. I mean, you're just...
But the worst part is, it got me in the cock!